Hey everybody, welcome back to the closet. Welcome back to the Christopher Moon. Yeah, this little thing I do. Anyway, today I just wanted to pop in real. Oh shit! Let me put this little microphone on. I hope it's okay. But I just wanted to pop in and just kind of report and pass along a little bit of knowledge that I just found myself, because it has to do with drugs, it has to do with the opioids, it has to do with, a lot of stuff that's very close to me and close to a lot of people I know. And once I hear something like this on the news or see like little articles, like, it's just something that, you talk about at the water cooler, you talk about wherever. I'm going to talk about it right here with all of you. And what it is, it's like we've heard about the fake, opioid pills out there. Like they got the Skittles, they're every color of the rainbow, they're super cheap. They're, it's all fentanyl. It's all, whatever the little bit of the opioid pill is, they get a little bit of fentanyl. They can spread that a lot further. They can make a lot more pills with that and give them to a lot more people. And we've been seeing a lot more people passing away and not doing so well with these fake nasty drugs that are being made in somebody's basement, somebody's bathroom, some trailer someplace out in the desert, some other, like, who knows where it's being made. Who knows? But it's gross. Like try to imagine you're a potluck with Big Mama, and she made enough greens for everybody, and it's a big old amount. You're eating it. It's great. Everybody's eating. They're happy. And then you find out later that you got a stomach ache. People are getting sick. It's because Mama was cooking them greens in the bathtub, rinsing them out, cooking them in that tub. And gross things happen. Gross things happen to people every day, but it's definitely super gross with this this new drug. Like the Skittles were one thing, that's terrible, that's killing people. This stuff here, so this stuff, it's called Tranq, Tranq. And what this stuff is, it's like a horse tranquilizer, animal veterinarian tranquilizers that they use for large animals, and it helps with that fentanyl, with that little opioid, with that Tranq. Now that xylazine is what it's called. Xylazine is the name of the drug that they're calling Tranq, and they're selling it on the streets. But they put that in there so it can just spread even further. They're just putting more crap in to make you feel more and more sedated, because that stuff does give it like a little bit more of a high, because you got all these things working together to these three components to make you feel whatever way you feel. And this stuff has a very terrible, disturbing property that I just wanted to bring up, because it is terrible and disturbing. It was for me to hear anyway, and the stuff I seen once I started looking it up. But this Tranq, people will usually take it, whatever way you want to take it, whatever way they take it out there. But it gets put into a syringe and injected, and then something happens if there's too much, too little, whatever the concoction is. If it's not just right, if your concoction and that little pill is not just right, you could end up with necrosis of the flesh, necrosis of whatever. And it doesn't have to be where you injected that needle. You can inject it, you can take it, you can do whatever, and that necrosis. And for those of you that don't know what necrosis is, it's kind of like a flesh-eating disease, but you've seen that stuff where it's like the flesh is coming off of the person and it looks all gross. It's kind of similar to that, except it's where it's just killing the cells. So it's not it's just your flesh is dying, your skin is dying, your muscles. It's like, you know, that's the word they use for dead people, right? So it's not good. That's not good. And I saw these videos and I looked this stuff up. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Just take my word for it. It's gross. But, you know, people would inject something, and then a lot of times at the site, like, your flesh starts falling off. But it, in other places too, like you might put it in over here, and then over here your elbow falls off. Like, it's in your system. It's going to do its magic. So just be careful. Like, this stuff is nasty. And it's been out there for a minute too. Like I'm just catching wind of this. I'm just like hearing of this stuff because it's like it steps up in intensity. Every time I hear something new about this drug I hate, it steps up in intensity of just like how nasty, you know, people are willing to be towards other people just for a little money, just for, you know, whatever it is. But this stuff, you know, the article I saw with the woman in it, she was already down on her luck. She thought she had hit the bottom. And once you hit the bottom, that's normally once you think, yay, you know, it's only up from here. But it wasn't. It wasn't up from there for this poor lady. She took this pill, however she took it, and it had caused her to get all that nastiness up in her arm. Her arm looks like Return of the Living Dead. And she lost her leg and she's in a wheelchair. And she was crying and crying because she didn't know how she was going to be able to go panhandle and get more money to go back out there and get the stuff. But she was scared to death and terrified of what was going on with her. But it was still too much to fight. Like, it was that fear, that stuff she was going through right in that moment, it wasn't even enough to get her to not want to go out there and beg for money to get more drugs that night. And to me, that's heartbreaking. That's just terrible. And you know, I don't even have anything to say on that. Just I heard this stuff. I seen this stuff. I went out and I looked for it, and it's miserable. It's miserable. If there ever was a good time to quit drinking, drugging, especially drugging, like, this is definitely the time. This is the time and the place. They are coming up with some crazy shit out there, and they don't care who it hurts. They don't care what it does to the community. They don't care what it does, period. It's just about get that stuff out there as much as possible, as poison as possible, and come back with the money, because that's all it is. So just be careful, you know, take care of each other, you know, look out for your friends. You know, if you see somebody sitting in the corner of the bar and they're dealing with that stuff, you know, go take them out or something. I don't know. It's getting out of control. It's getting a little crazy. And, you know, I'm going to put out as much love and prayer and just whatever good energy I can for everybody out there having to deal with this stuff, because that article I read was disgusting. Hey, but anyway, you know, I still love everybody out there. I hope you're doing well. I hope you don't ever have this shit, this Tranq, this Fent, you know, any of this stuff. I hope it never touches you or anyone in your life. I hope it never touches anyone. But that's all I got right now. I hope that was helpful. I hope it didn't get your blood pressure up like it did mine. But, you know, if it did, that's probably a good thing. You know, just be on the lookout. But I love you guys, and you have a safe, productive day.